Good morning. Good morning. Thought I would come in here and talk to my people this morning while I'm riding to work. Gotta go on the plantation. Ooh, it's pretty early. I don't know if anybody gonna be in here. I ain't wake Diva up. But anyhow, let's see if some folk come in early this morning. Well, I got one little somebody. I don't know if that be one of my bush babies. If so, good morning, bush baby. You're always the first one in here, whoever in the bushes. I'm on my way to over here, put in some hours. Oh, my bush baby left. It's real early though in the morning. But what I did want to talk about is regrets. We all have regrets, especially when you come on the YouTube streets. What I've noticed is, I hope you could hear me. What I noticed though on the YouTube streets, when you come here and you're not really familiar with what's going on. You come here because you sit up in the bushes and you watch for a while, and then you say, well, I like this person. Oh, I like this person commentary. I like that person commentary. And then you notice that you have to what they call pick sides. Now, I don't pick sides, but I started out with one person, end up not liking that one person after a couple of videos I've seen, and some other stuff happened. So I came down here, did a little cuss out, and I went back to my normally scheduled routine, right? However, we come on here and then we hang with these people, and we see it as a game, and that's where I think people get stuck at, and they don't understand. They see it as a game, and they go, "Oh, these are camps. They fighting against each other." Well, I like this person, so I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna side with this person. I'm gonna be in their camp, right? But here's the problem: you start going after people that really hasn't done anything to you, only because the people in the so-called camp or the person you follow don't like them. So you start going after them. And it's fun for a while. It's fun for a while doing that back and forth, dragging and roasting. But when it gets too dark for some people who's not used to doing stuff like this, they want to back out or they have regrets. We all have regrets. We all have done something in life that we regret doing. And so I don't hold that always against people, but the problem is where people don't have, any pity. They don't have any sympathy for you, no empathy for, because you come down here dragging and ragging and ghosting, and what they call it roasting on people who hasn't done a thing to you, but you only doing it to really basically fit in because you see it as a game at first. But then when you see all the doxing, the calling and all these alphabet people and people pulling up, you like this shit. I ain't about this, so I want to back out. But you like people for who they are. You have to get to know people, and a lot of times these people have what they call a persona. So you don't really see the real person, but if you hang around long enough, you will eventually see, damn, this person ain't right. Nah, I can't rock with this person, and you want to back out. Or if you look and you pay close attention, you notice that people have patterns, behavioral patterns, and that's what you really should sit back and observe. Ain't no way in the world one person could lose so many friends and they're a good person to a friend. But however you think, well, it ain't gonna be me, and it ends up being you, and then you guys come down here and talk about it, and you roast and you gag, and then you start spilling tea on each other. I find that to be so tacky. It's just something I wouldn't do. I can't tell people what to do, but it's something I wouldn't do. If I don't like you and I'm done with you, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna make a bunch of videos about you. But this what this game is. And unfortunately, because you see people's behavior and you see the patterns and you see how the things that they do, you feel as though you got to come out and defend yourself. If you done did something behind the scenes, well, I know because of this person patterns, they're going to talk about me next because I walked away from them. And that's how it goes down here. So you figure, well, damn, I better come down here and spill my own tea. Or now they do the Zooms, they do the Patreons, they do the behind the scenes talking about people, and the Patreons get out, their Zooms get out, and you find somebody who you liked or you trust, you know, you see they moving different and you make a comment about it, and now they after you. But what makes you think that you are exempt from this mess? See, I never think that I am exempt. I say your turn will come, because on these YouTube streets, everyone has a turn. And yeah, people probably do regret, damn, I came for myself. I got out here windmill, and that's why it's not good to windmill for people. If someone has actually done something to you, that's when you go at them. But you don't go at them because one of your favorite content creators is going at them. But that's what this game is about. You know, and you also know that if you want to get numbers, if you really want to get on quick, you go after one of these big content creators over in this area, what we call big content creators over here, or creators that have a name who has been on these streets, and they have fought the fight to be where they at, and so you side with those people. Then when shit start happening to you, you was like, you want to back out and you want people to feel sorry. But there's no feeling sorry for you, because you should come on here and just be who you are. If someone hasn't done shit to you, you should mind your business. You don't have to come out here with milk. But it's easy, y'all, because at first it looks like a game. Oh well, yeah, I joined with this team because this team is dragging the hell out of that team, and I'll be a part of this camp or whatever. That's why I say never pick sides. Just stay neutral. Just be who you are, because then you end up being the person that they start dragging. And when that person turn against you, they turn against you. And then they have camps that start making videos about you turning against you as well. And that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling. I don't want to have to wake up and come on YouTube every day fighting someone. That's just not who I am. That's just not something I want to do. But you could find yourself in that position because you call yourself windmilling for somebody else. Again, is a game at first. We up in the top, we being bush babies. We looking, hey, Houston Brett, we looking at what's going on. We go, oh, that shit look fun. Oh, that person is against it. Oh, this is this camp against that camp. I guess I'll just go ahead and side with this camp, and I'll rock with them until that camp turn on you. And then you out there looking stupid. That's why you should just be yourself. You don't have to be anyone other than yourself when you come on these YouTube streets. You just have to be yourself. But we already know it's a game. It's a game. It's like, well, whose side you gonna be on? So I came down here, and I'm gonna say this. And again, I'm riding to work, so it ain't gonna be long. It's just gonna be a little brief quickie. I came down here, and I thought, well, oh, I really like this person. Oh, this person is funny. This person got good. They dragging this person. Then I start seeing this person getting dark, and I said, well, let me back away from them. Let me back away from them. Nah, this is not who I really want to rock with, or I don't have anything to do with what they have going on with someone else. So I just need to mind my damn business. That's what I need to do. And I went back on in my corner, right? But someone told me when one of these content creators start coming after me, I have prayer warriors. I have prayer warriors. I have people who's in the bushes, who write me behind the scenes, who I've spoken to, and they have dropped some good gems. And one of my good Judies told me, don't touch that person. God told me to tell you, don't touch that person. Don't say anything to that person. Don't go back and forth with that person. He's going to take care of that person for you. And this person made video. Then they made another video calling me names, talking about my looks, talking about my husband, talking about me smoking cigarettes. They did all that. And she said, whatever you do, don't touch that person. God's going to watch. God's going to show you. He's going to reveal to you who this person is. Also, he said he's going to fight your battle. So I said, okay. They said, now, whatever you do, don't say anything to this person. Don't go back and forth with this person on videos. Just leave this person be and just sit back and watch. And now I'm seeing some strange things happening, and it's really sad when you see people on these streets do so much corrupt and wicked shit, and you see them for who they are. And well, it's a good thing you didn't have an entanglement with them. You didn't get involved, because now you seeing them unravel, and you see that these people are not humble. And when people aren't humble and they start getting cocky and arrogant and thinking that they all that, then you will eventually see them fall. In order for you to be successful at anything, you have to remain humble. I don't care whatever persona you're playing, whatever you're doing, you have to remain humble. And I noticed that a lot of people grow over here. Hey, Houston Bray. Hey, Kimberly Black. I know a lot of people grow over here and they become cocky and arrogant and they talk down on the little YouTubers and they talk a bunch of shit about them, and they look down on them and they say some things that eventually they will live to regret, because when their camps start or people start leaving them, then you'll see they feel some kind of way. They feel some kind of way, and people have regrets on some of the things they have done and said to people who hasn't done or said anything against them. And that's the way it goes on these YouTube streets. But that's in the real world too. If someone hasn't done anything to you, there's no need for you to do anything to them. But we come down here and we think it's a game, and we like to see the back and forth, and then we get ourselves involved with certain people, and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to. you know so I'm watching this person, and I've never had a problem with this person. And so now him and his friend relationship is unraveling, and they down here spilling tea on each other. That's how it goes down here. You come down here and you say what you did for somebody, and you start spilling what they call tea, trying to make that person look bad or humiliate that person. But if you stayed in your place and you just came down here, and even if you wanted to be a content creator and create beef, you have beef with people who have beef with you. You just don't go out there having beef with other people because someone else don't like them, because you find yourself in this very position that Rebel is in. Rebel now, and I'm going to say Rebel because I've never done anything. Rebel, he hasn't done anything to me, but I watched how he came down here and mocked Tracy. How he was doing a little Tracy skit. And at one point, you think these skits are funny and they harmless to me. They just harmless. It's the comedic twist on people commentary sometime that I like. I find Houston Bred to be very, very intelligent, and she has a comedic flair to her, and that's what I like about her. But she also articulates well and get her points across and break things down. But I find her to be very funny. She got that comedic twist to her. But I noticed that Houston Bred stay in her lane. She stays in her lane. I haven't seen Houston Brett ever come down here and windmill. I haven't windmill for anyone. Some people could come on here and just do them and not do the windmill and shit. Because it seems like when you out here fighting hard for people against other people who hasn't done anything to you, it appears to me from what I've seen the pattern, you end up having egg on your face. Now, Rebel has this thing now where him and his good Judy, or his ex good Judy, over there are going at each other. And unfortunately, they spilling a little tea on, and it's about money. Now, let me tell you something about money. Everybody who has anything has responsibilities. They don't always have money on them to enjoy themselves, or they may have left home. Now, me, a lot of times I don't even carry cash, but I have hell of a credit, and I always keep a credit card with me, and I keep my ATM debit cards with me. So I'm never going to go anywhere and not have no money. But I may not have cash at the time. Now I don't know what happened with them, if he didn't have cash or whatever. He don't appear to me, and I don't know him that well, as being a person that don't have anything, don't have any finances. But I don't know, because now is a little different. But you don't always have money on you. A lot of times, like I said, when I go out, I don't carry cash. But I always have my ATM cards and a credit card, a major credit card, just in case shit happens, and you can buy your dinner, you could buy anything with a major credit card, an ATM, and a debit card. So I'm not sure what that position was at the time, but some money was exchanged, right? But that was between them, and it should have stayed between them. I don't care who brought it out here, it should have stayed between. But that does not make Rebel no broke nigga or nothing like that. Excuse my expression. Or he don't have shit. He probably was in a position where he didn't have it at that time. I don't know. But to spin a narrative that he broke and ain't got no money, I just think is a bunch of bullshit. Because I can't imagine him not having no money. He may not have no money at that time. But because he came out here and he was dragging people and windmilling for people. And I guess he had aligned himself with a camp. Now they go after him. There's no way out. You just have to be dragged like everybody else get dragged around here. When is your time? When is your time? But again, the brother's never done anything to me. I can't say anything bad about him. I used to enjoy his content. Like I said, I liked his little skits. I wish if he did it, it wouldn't have just been on Treacy. If he was gonna make that a thing of his, how he delivered commentary, it would have been nice if he did several people. I too, Rita is somebody I like. I like her skits. I go over there and I enjoy them. You know, I don't get into the back and forth with her and other content creators I like. I just go over there and enjoy the commentary. Now, that's what I look at as entertainment. I don't get all entangled in their mess. Like, her and Pizarro. I like Pizarro. I like Rita. Her and Reed. I like Pizarro. So I just stay out of it and try to enjoy the commentary. And if it gets too dark, I just bow out. But we should never come down here attacking people who hasn't done anything to us, because it tends to come back to you, and it comes back to you tenfold, and you look like an ass, or they say you have egg on your face because you have come out here and windmill for somebody that you really don't even know the history with other people about. I don't know the history about a lot of things that have gone on before I hit these YouTube streets, but I've been here for what, almost 3 or 4 years. I'm sure like close to 3 or 4 years. And I've seen some stuff, and I'm able to judge a person by their character because I've watched their behavior, and I don't like their behavior. And I know that even if I call myself aligning with them, I know eventually if I don't do something they like, or I say the wrong thing, I could be their next victim. That's what it looked like, a victim. They sought out victims, and I could be their next victim for the dragon that trying to humiliate me or shame. So I stay away from that. I don't windmill for anyone. I just come down here and do my commentary. If I want to speak on something, I speak on it and I leave. I don't get all entangled with a bunch of this garbage, because that's what I don't do. But anytime you watch somebody, I'm about to talk about that too. I am about to talk about that, Kimberly. Hold tight. Hold tight. I'm going to get to that. So anytime you do that, just expect that you could be the next victim, or you could be the next person. Come out here and be yourself. And just do your commentary. You don't have to align with anyone. I say that all the time. And I heard someone say the other day, oh, you have to have alliances, because if you don't have alliances, other words, you're not going to make it. Now, that may be true to a certain degree, but I don't look at it like that. I'm not going to align myself with somebody and just go against other people because the person I call myself liking or aligning with don't like them because they haven't done anything to me. But here's the real tea, Kimberly, and I'm glad you brought it up, because I was going to talk about this right quick. We are so focused on this YouTube shit. I keep telling you, things are done purposely so we can be distracted. We're so distracted with this YouTube stuff that we don't even know what's going on in our real world. We got some serious shit going on now, and that's what we should be focusing on. That's what we should be talking about. That's where our focus should strictly be, on this Ukraine and Russia thing now. So they attacked unprovoked. They attacked Ukraine. Russia did. So that just puts the United States in it because of who we have alliances with. That's just it. So that's something. I heard that when I woke up this morning. I was getting ready for work. I was like, damn. Well, we already knew. If you're abreast of what's going on in the world, in the real world, and not the YouTube world, you would have known that Russia was going to get ready to attack Ukraine. And so that took place last night, I believe. Kimberly, am I right? Did it take place last night? Unprovoked, they went and they attacked Ukraine. And unfortunately, it was targeted at, I want to say, a school, a preschool, a kindergarten, or a daycare center. So now they are in war. Now they're going to war. So that involves the United States, and we should pay close attention, you guys. Close attention to that and log off from some of this YouTube bullshit because that will affect us more than what someone does on YouTube. This right here, this Russian Ukraine thing will affect all of our lives equally and to some extent maybe unequally. But that's where our focus should really be. And I know a lot of people shut off television because at one point, excuse me, it's two borders of Ukraine. Okay, yes, it did on two borders. Okay, thank you, Kimberly. I'm drinking my coffee. So I noticed that that happened. And so now we need to worry about what place or where the United States stands with that. And of course, we know that the United States is on Ukraine's side. So now the United States, I think they did a couple of sanctions the other day, and now we have to place ourselves. And when I said we, I'm talking about the United States have to place themselves into this mess. And so this will affect all of us. And that's what we need to pay attention to and not this bullshit YouTube beefing back and forth. Because the little money that you're making on YouTube to go back and forth and beef, or if it's helping you, if it's supplementing your income, that little money could be taken away easily if this stuff continues with the United States and Russia and Ukraine. And I found it pretty strange because I don't know if you all know, and Kimberly, you probably are abreast of this, that Mr. Humpty Dump and his two children supposed to in upstate New York, I believe is in New York, supposed to be going before a judge to answer some questions. And it's strange that this attack would take place a couple of days prior to that. Again, everything is strategically planned when it comes to politics. It's strategically planned. Now, we're going to worry about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, but we're not going to watch this dude and his two family members go into court and answer some of these questions about their finances and some things that they were behind because upstate New York judges was actually waiting for him to come out of office and his two children. So they're going up for questioning. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's about some of the finances or some of the underhanded shit they did. But again, how can we focus on that? Remember, things be covered up. How can we focus on that and we have to worry about being in the war? We can. So see how things are strategically done to deflect and to deter us, to deflect and to refocus us on certain things. They're strategically done because we're not focusing. Yeah, yes, there you go, Kimberly. We're not focusing on what we really should be focusing because we focusing on some dumbass YouTube beef shit. Some stuff that's really not going anywhere. But again, it takes our focus off what we should really be focusing on in real life. We should really be watching what's going on. And yes, this person is trying to get back into office. I don't know whether you know it or not. And because he wasn't impeached, he can actually run for office again. And that's the scary thing because he already had alliances with little Tootin over there. Tootin just love him. He always brags about Tootin and how Tootin is controlling things. He want to be like Tootin, And before I think he left office, he was really trying to put in place where whoever becomes president, they'll be the president for life. That's some scary shit. Because can you imagine Humpty Dump being president for life? For life? That's where our focus should be. And our focus is in the wrong area. I don't care about Rebel borrowing money. from Phi Babe and Rebel going back and forth at it and other people dragging Rebel. I'm worried about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. That's what we all need to be worried about. You know, we need to really refocus on the right things. I don't care about these people, going back and forth. Unfortunately, I see what happens because I know how I came down here. I was up at the top looking down. The Tasha K stuff happened with Lovely T, the Maddie, and the Kaya, and I thought, ooh, this looked fun. And then I came over here somehow, and they dropped me over in this sector, what they call this gated community sector, and I was like, wow, I like her. Oh, I like him. Oh, I guess I'll go over on here and I'll be this person can. And then I thought, no, that's not the way it's going to go for you. That's not what you came down here for. So then I refocused and recentered myself, what I had came down here for. And sometimes we get so deep that we can't turn around. But Alma Brown did a video yesterday, a dynamite video. I shared it, and she was right. Everybody could change. Everybody could think different and do a self-evaluation and change. You don't have to be stuck in that same area. And everyone deserves, and I guess everyone deserves a second chance, but you can't expect people to be sympathetic for you when you was out here doing bullshit to people who had never done anything to you. But this is a fact. You already know what this games gives over here. You already know what it's about over here. You already know that. You either play the game or you don't. But again, on these YouTube streets, everyone gets a chance. Everyone gets a chance at being dragged, especially if you're a content creator. You get a chance at it. So that's the chance you take. And you can't expect people to feel sorry for you when shit happens to you. You just got to roll with the punches and keep it moving, you know? And I was watching that yesterday and I felt a different way. I was like, damn, I see this person could be as a good person, but I see these people as good people too. You know, they just did the wrong thing. I'm actually thinking about decreasing my 401k contributions. I'm anticipating the stock market. Kimberly, it is taking a hit. I've been watching my investments taking a big hit, but it's going to take even a bigger hit. So, yeah, you might want to pull back in your 401k because now remember, any investments that we make, they use our money. They use our money. They keep circulating our money. That's what investments are. And the stock market is probably going to crash. You're right. It's probably going to take a crash soon. We watched that Bitcoin. If you notice how Bitcoin and stuff has been going down. The Shiba Inu they was talking about, I was investing in all that shit. My money just was dwindling. It's just dwindling. And I'm not a big investor, but I'm an investor. And I see where the money is just dwindling. And that's how they exchange. They exchange currency by using crypto. Uh-huh. And that was their purpose of developing crypto because you couldn't trace it. And it didn't have to exchange hands like money does, like currency. And so they pushed this crypto on us. And so, yeah, I don't know about the 401k, but I have seen mine dwindle. I spoke to someone else. Their 401k is going down. They were invested in Bitcoin. Their Bitcoin and stuff is going down. So that's what we should be paying attention to, Kimberly, because we done invested all this money for retirement in this 401 contributions. And now our shit could be gone in a couple of days because of these people are acting cray-cray. So keep your eye on your money, on your real money. I hear you, Queen. We better watch our little coins. We don't have as much as some other people have, but it's money that we earned and is ours and we invested. So we need to make sure that we keep an eye on it. But I think the stock market is about to take a little crashola. It is. It is. I would tend to believe that when it's time for a lot of people to retire, that they probably won't have no retirement. Their money would have been used. And how do we get it back? Because it's all investments. See, that's the craziest thing about it is investment. Anytime you do investment, that's a chance you take. You know, that's a chance you take. That's what it's called, investments. You could win or lose. So I don't know. I have to take a deeper look at that. I haven't really been following, the stock market real closely, but I do check my contributions from time to time, and it looks like we're not making no money at this time. But again, the stock market always bounces back. Now, in this case, I don't know, but it's just like anything else. It would eventually bounce back. So I don't know if I would rush to take out all my money, but I would decrease it for sure. Yeah, I probably would decrease it, Kimberly. I probably wouldn't keep putting as much as I put in there because, damn, I don't know how I'm late. But, I come to work and these folks that got my parking space. Not like I have a, designated parking space, but I park in a certain area and it seems like they've been rushing to work to get my little parking spaces over here. It doesn't take me long. I kind of park far away so I could get some walking in, you know. But yeah, you guys. So I don't have much to say. I said I was gonna come on and do a quick live. I probably will be Houston Breads in and out. A lot of times when I come in chats, I may come in there and speak, but I'm in and out when I'm working, and I'm up in the skybox a lot of times. I say I take my seat in the skybox and I listen to what's going on. So if I don't speak to you, it's not intentionally done. When I go back sometime, I see where people have spoken to me and I didn't reply, but it's too late. So a lot of times I am in the skybox so I don't see everyone who speak. Charge it to my head and not to my heart. So Kimberly, so will you think this thing will get deep? Yeah. Yeah, Melissa, like I speak to you, I might drop down and speak and I keep it moving. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. We up in some shit now, but I believe that little, Dumpster, they trying to distract us from what's going on with Dumpster because him and his family about to go to court. And that's what I want to see. I want to hear his case. And then, what's her name? Gazelle Maxwell? Yeah, Giselle Maxwell. She just too went to court again too. So they got some stuff coming, they got some stuff going on. And so they distract us, but don't be too distracted, y'all, because we'll be the only ones who really miss out. Let me see. You working? I do understand. Yeah, Melissa, a lot of times I'm working. You know, Diva send me a lot of links. She sends me a lot of links because I miss that stuff. And I may run in and see what's happening there and what's happening here. And so yesterday I ran in and saw this was happening with with Rebel son. Like I said, it's just your turn, son. Your time and your turn. However you feel that way and keep it moving, because these people over here ain't gonna give a damn about you because you came after them. I know I'm all over the place. I gotta get ready to put my stuff on, lotion up my hands and stuff, and put my mask on, get ready to get in here, take my little head wrap off. See, I don't come on camera. That's how I come. Look, that's how I am in my car, and then I'll take my stuff off and get ready to go in here and get ready to do this 12 and a half. Mm-hmm. You guys, what y'all think about them lifting this mask mandate? What y'all think about that? They had this truck convoy supposed to be going to the DMV area to protest wearing masks and the vaccine and all that. What y'all think about that? Kimberly, what you think about that? I don't know what's going on. They kind of blindside us with some stuff. We just have to go along with the program. because we live in this world. But you guys try to be safe. I'm still wearing mine. Yeah, we all still wearing them. I think I'm gonna still wear mine as well. But you know what? On the real, you guys, it's good to wear your mask. I think it's BS too. It's good to wear your mask, you guys, and stay protected. Do what makes you feel comfortable. But a lot of masks that we wear, they're protecting us to a certain extent, But it's only certain masks that really protects you. And the average Americans don't have those masks. They don't have those masks, you know. But continue to wear your mask because they are lifting the mandate on masks. I think in the middle of the month where I live at, you have an option to wear them or not. So I think I'm gonna still wear mine. They have become a permanent fixture in our lives, I believe, these masks. So I'm gonna wear mine. You do what you think protects you. I'm gonna wear my mask. In fact, I got to get another one made. I had brought one from Spill It Boy, and then this lady made me and Diva some nice masks. I wear those. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kimberly. The average person don't have N95s. They issue them at our jobs, but N95s, you have to be fitted for those things. And those are the proper masks that you wear to really protect you. All this other fancy shit, nice, cloth things, and these I guess these surgical masks we wear, they okay, but they're not the real mask, you guys. And I told you about the gloves, how people are still wearing gloves, you know not realizing when you touch something that's contaminated, you have on gloves, you just transferring contaminations. But people do what makes them feel comfortable, especially older people. You see older people with I feel so bad for them sometimes because I know this shit is so confusing. But you see them with their gloves on, they all around the grocery store, they touching the contaminated doorknobs, they touching the food, and now they contaminating everything. But that's what makes them feel safe. I'm a hoarder of things that matter. Yeah, like I have an N95 as well, a couple of them. Yeah, I have those as well. I wear my mask and I keep me some TikToks. Hey T, some TikToks, huh? Yeah, I wear my mask too. Well, I have to wear them. But I have found myself slipping, to be honest with you guys. When I go into certain areas, like, different parts, they don't require masks. I don't, wear mine sometimes. So I have to say that I'm doing wearing my mask all the time. But you should do what makes you feel safe and comfortable. Make sure that you just build your immune system up as well. That's what you work on, your immune system. I work on mine. There's certain stuff I take every day. Hey, listen, you guys, I got to get ready to hop in here and clock in. But you guys, do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel safe. If wearing your mask make you feel safe, wear your mask. If wearing gloves, I definitely don't recommend gloves. But if that's what makes you feel safe, it's all about you. Not Miss T, is about you. So, with that being said, y'all make sure there's no music this morning because I'm riding to work. Make sure you hit that like button. I shall be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a live. I have some people I have lined up. I need to get back in contact with them. But I'm gonna end this with this: when God tell you, and for these are for believers, when God tell you to take your hands off of something, take your hands off of it. Keep your hands to yourself. And I don't mean physically like that. Sometimes I mean when you on these YouTube streets and in the real world, when things don't concern you, don't put yourself in them. Just stay away and just watch God work, especially when people come at you unwarranted and they keep coming at you. You don't always have to fight that battle. Let God fight your battle. He said, If you hold your peace, I'll fight your battle, and I believe in that. I believe in that. Holding my peace, letting God fight my battle. And so far, I'm winning when it comes to that. I'm winning. I'm not going to go back and forth with people. I'm just going to watch shit unravel. Yep. Well, guys, I got to get out here. You all be safe and have a great day. Houston Bread, I will catch you on your show. I will pop in and pop out, but I will be listening and running these streets as well. Oh, something I wanted to say. Diva wasn't here. I didn't wake her up this morning. She's gonna be mad because she's my ride to work conversation. I always call my sister every day, but I didn't call her this morning because I wanted to pop in and do this live right quick and just say I see what's going on around here, and it's just your turn. It's just your turn. So take your turn and go ahead and do what you got to do, but fight your own battle and not other people's battle, and you'll notice you will win if you just hold your peace. See you guys later. Goodbye.